Okay, ich meine, absolut insane ist, nennt er selber auch eine Person, die das Prospecting gemeistert hat, okay? Weil er ist einer der Top-Enroller in ganz IM Mastery Academy. Okay, von allen Leuten, die in IM Mastery Academy sind, ist Brandon Boyd top of the top, okay? Er hat in seiner ganzen Network-Marketing-Karriere, haltet euch fest, okay? Für manche ist es schwierig, 10 Leute anzuschreiben, okay, einzuschreiben. Für manche ist es schwierig, 100 Leute anzuschreiben. Brandon Boyd hat nicht 10, er hat nicht 100, er hat nicht 1000, er hat mehrere tausend Leute selber persönlich eingeschrieben. Wow. Insane. Stell dich vor, was ihr in eurem Business verändern könntet, wenn ihr die Möglichkeit hättet. Ja, lasst nicht 1000 sein, lasst einfach mal sein, 100 Leute zu starten. Es ist insane. Und Brand wird genau heute auf dieses Thema irgendwo eingehen. Und er ist eine Person, von der wir nicht nur im Network, von der wir in jedem einzelnen Lebensbereich irgendwo lernen können, okay? Ich meine, was dieser Mann aufgebaut hat, ist insane. Er ist nicht nur Chairman 100 in dieser Company, er ist nicht nur Chairman 100, er ist selber Go-Live-Educator, ja, der meistgeschaute, ja, mit dem meistgenutzten Tool, ja, an alle, die Impulse traden, droppt gerne mal eine 7 auf jeden Fall in den Chat. Ja, er hat dieses Tool irgendwo erfunden, er hat das Tool auf den Markt gebracht, okay? Das heißt, er ist selber eine Person, die im Business vorangeht, ja, was Network angeht, im Trading, in seinem persönlichen Leben, ja, ihr müsst euch vorstellen, dieser Mann hat mehr Kinder als die meisten Erfahrungen, ja, im Unternehmertum. Er hat 6 Kinder, er hat eine Frau, der sieht aus wie Superman. Es ist absolut insane. Und ich kann dir sagen, IM wäre definitiv nicht dasselbe, wenn es einen Brandon Boyd nicht geben würde. Okay? Deswegen lasst uns vor allem gleich, ja, wenn Brandon anfängt zu speaken, lasst uns nicht Siebenen in den Chat droppen, okay? Sondern lasst uns ein Danke Brandon auf jeden Fall in den Chat droppen. Weil ich kann dir sagen, von diesem Call, er hat absolut gar nichts. Ja, er hat absolut gar nichts, aber er ist einfach hier, um zu surfen, okay? Und das ist auf jeden Fall extrem crazy. Deswegen, Brandon, I hope you can hear me. We are very grateful and blessed for you to be here to share your value. We really appreciate your time. You're already the co-host, so you can unmute yourself and take it away, brother. Let's go.
Awesome. Well, perfect, guys. I hope that you can hear me loud and clear. I'm definitely excited to be here, and I know it's the evening time, your time, and I want to make sure that I give you guys the value and get right into it. Look, this has been a great week. We have a lot of momentum happening right now inside of our company. In fact, I was talking to Chris Terry yesterday, CEO of IM. I was talking to Jason Brown for 3 hours the other day, 3 hours on the phone. And what I told him is we have more people making more money with trading than ever before. And it's amazing. Our education is better than it's ever been. Our tools are better than it's ever been. And it really is a great time. So I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. First, I've enrolled about 5,000 people in network marketing in my career. And I've enrolled about 14, maybe 1,500 people inside this company personally. But here's one of the keys. I have not reached out to anybody in about almost 8.5 years. And so what I talk about to you today, you can start attracting people to you. You get to the point where instead of you chasing after people, people will start chasing after you. And then what I want to do is also talk about really how I've been able to do some of the invites to get more people to watch a video, attend a webinar, attend a live event, et cetera. And then I want to answer some of the top questions, like objections that people have about network marketing, about IM and stuff like that, and help you guys through the process to basically be able to overcome those objections or use an upline sponsor and stuff like that. So those are a few things I want to talk about. Hopefully I'll be able to help you, and hopefully as well that you're in a position to be able to take notes, because the things I'm going to share with you guys will make a difference, and it is based upon experience. And I tell people I've made prospecting really simple. Number one, when I first got in the industry and now today, like when I look at my phone now, you got to ask yourself, have I really reached out to every single person on my phone about IM? When you look at it, in fact, let me give you an example. All right. So if I look at my phone and I look at all the contacts, have you really reached out to every single person on your phone? And the answer for most people is no. Have you reached out to every single person on social media? Because see, when I first got started, there was no social media. Okay. And so what happens is a lot of people, they only reach out to the people that they feel most comfortable with. which is fine because you got the warm market, right? Those are kind of the low-hanging fruit. Those are the easy people to reach out to. But what about the people that could really explode your business? What about the people that you're not even thinking about? And so like if I started new today, I'd be going through my entire phone. I'd be going through all my social media. So it's the people that I'm following, the people that I'm friends with. I'm going to make sure that I reach out to those individuals and get them exposed to what it is that we're doing. So that's one of the questions you have to ask yourself first, because I think people think that they can just put up a post on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc., and then they just think that they're going to build a team that way. But for most people, that's not the case, especially when you're brand new trying to gain credibility. Okay. Number two, with prospecting is you want to stop worrying about what people are going to think. Now, at first, when I first got in, I thought people thought it was going to be a scam, a pyramid scheme, gambling and stuff. And so I didn't, because of my self-esteem at the time, I didn't want to accept that rejection. But you do have to get to the point where you are not worried about what it is that they think about what it is that we do, because you know what we do and you know that it has value. So you don't worry about being addicted to the outcome. I think sometimes people are so worried about if the person's going to say no or if they're going to get started. You need to become addicted to you asking. Think about that. Become addicted to the numbers. Don't be addicted to the outcome. Be addicted to the action and the habits that you're putting in place to talk to those people, okay? Number three is you got to realize that the people that you don't know, which is known as your cold market, they eventually become your warm market. Almost everybody in my organization today is people that I didn't know before. These are not family, they're not neighbors, they're not coworkers, right? So that cold market eventually becomes your warm market. I can tell right now, probably some of you guys, the people that are on your team right now have become some of your best friends. In fact, some of those friends are even better than the family members, right? Because these are the people that you're going to war with every day. These are the people that have the vision and the goals that you have, right? They're going the same direction. So don't worry about the people that you don't know, maybe the people that you don't have the friendships with, because sometimes those are the people that become kind of those soldiers and leaders that help you to build a large organization. Number four, and this is one thing I found when I first started on social media, was commenting on people's stories, not just stuff that they have on the wall, but the stories that they have. It is very, very effective to comment on people's stories, that goes to their DM, because most likely they're actually going to see it. Whereas a lot of times, like if they do a wall post, they may not see it. They're not reading all the comments, but on the stories, man, the response rate is like super high because it's going to go directly to their DM. So just know that whether it's like TikTok, Instagram, or whatever, make sure that you do that, that you're reaching out, even if it's just a comment like, hey, I like that post, or hey, I totally agree, something like that. So that one thing right there is very, very effective when you're reaching out to people. And when I say reaching out, that doesn't mean that you're reaching out just to pitch your business. You're reaching out to build a relationship with that person. Okay. Number five is when you approach people, you got to understand that they want to know, who are you? What do you want? And why me? Okay. I'm going to give you those three again. Who are you? Because they're like, who is this? Right. What do you want? Because they think that you're coming to get something from them. And number three is why me? Meaning, why are you contacting them? Right. Very important that you understand that right up front. That's why a lot of times people kind of put their guard up, is because they think that they're about to get pitched. Okay. And so some examples that I give, like when I talk to somebody about what I do, I've just made it very simple. The simpler it is, the better it is. When I tell them what I do, or they ask me what I do for a living, I just tell them that I trade. I don't tell them I build a network marketing business. They're like, oh, is that one of those things where you got to go recruit people? I don't even talk about that. I focus on, I trade in the largest financial markets in the world. Okay. I trade for a living. They want to know more about what I do with the trading. What is the kind of trading? That's when I either get them on a live Zoom call, presentation, or a video, or a live event. Okay. You invite them to check out what we're doing. The key here is you're only there to pique their interest, to clear their schedule. You're not there to pitch them the business. You're not there to tell them all about the trading. You are simply there to pique their interest enough to get them to actually watch a presentation. Think of it like You're the movie trailer, but you're not the movie. You're the messenger, but you're not the message. Okay. So these are a couple tips on the prospecting side that hopefully will help you out. And there's a few other things that I want to talk to you about as far as like prospecting techniques. First of all, you want to focus on small numbers, not large, unless maybe it's somebody that's, you know, some big leader, because the reality is that when you talk about what we're doing with IM, a lot of times, like when we're talking about income, like chairman ranks, you know, the amount of money that people are making with trading, the challenge is when people talk about like big numbers to most people, it sounds too good to be true. Oh, you could come over here and make, you know, 10,000 euros a month or something like that, right? And they're like, I'm not even making that in my job, or they think it's too good to be true. They think it's a scam. So be really careful when you're just talking to everyday people and you start giving these big numbers about the amount of money that people can make with trading or on the business side or both, unless this is a person that you know is a leader and is very interested in making a lot of money. Okay. So this is a key, because you don't want to be pitching the numbers and getting people to feel like that this is too good to be true. Okay. Now, one of the other things is that, and this was a mistake I made in the beginning that I don't make now, you don't share all the details of the products, the services, the compensation plan, the company. What people want to know is what it's going to do for them. For example, if we talk about Impulse, if we talk about Aris, if we talk about the travel program or e-commerce or something like that, at the end of the day, the only thing that people care about is what it's actually going to do for them. That's the only thing that they care about. What is it going to do for me? What's in it for me? Well, like when I talked to a guy today, time freedom, lifestyle, debt freedom, financial freedom. He said, I like that. So he wanted more time. He said he wanted more money. And I said, well, guess what? We have a platform that can help do that. We have thousands and thousands of people around the world who are doing what it is that I'm talking about. Now, I didn't have to give them all the details, but I gave him enough information, hit a hot button, which is he wanted more time and more money. And he said that he wanted more information, which he's now watching a video presentation. You don't want to give all the details. You know why? Because that's not duplicatable. You are only there to pique their interest, to get them to check it out. Because again, the only thing they care about is, how is this going to help me in my life? If I'm already comfortable in my job, how is what you're sharing with me going to get me to actually want to leave my job? And I think here's another important point too, is you want to have these people see like that normal people, that they're actually winning with the services. Okay. If they see someone like an Alex Morton or Matt Rosa or Jason Brown or something like that, they'd be like, yeah, but those guys are like amazing. You want them to see that normal, everyday people are winning with our services. It's one of the reasons why on a weekly basis, and a lot of you guys already know this because, you know, I'm on with Impulse. And so we do these flyers every week. I want to show you guys just an example. Okay. When we post these flyers, okay, when we post these flyers every week, these are normal, everyday people that are winning with trading. This is like every week we're posting this, okay? When people see that, it piques their interest, saying, I want more information. All right. So it's not some big leader. It's not someone who looks super important or is dressed super nice. These are normal, everyday people that are winning with the services. And this is very, very important for you to know that when you're recruiting, they want to see results. Now we got to be careful online with, you know, posting stuff as far as compliance and all that kind of stuff. But you want to get people to see that people are actually winning, whether it's the business, the products and services, or so forth. They want to know, are people winning, and can I actually do that? Right? Because people in their minds are thinking, well, I don't know if I can dedicate the time, or could I actually do what those people are doing? Okay. Now, one of the other things that for the techniques that I think is really important for you guys to understand is using the tools. A lot of people, they do so much talking, but they don't do enough sharing, meaning the tools, the videos. Like, for example, video runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are duplicatable. We are not. Like me talking right now, this is not duplicatable, right? Because unless people have that confidence and credibility and experience like I have, it's not going to work for them. You need to use the tools, use the webinars, use the videos, use the live events we have. You know why? Because they're much more professional. To this very day, I don't do all the talking. I get them to watch a presentation. because the presentation does a better job than if I just sit there and I'm telling them. Because again, we do what duplicates, not just what works. What duplicates is to use tools, not have you do all the talking. Okay. Another key to the prospecting is follow up. Now, I'm really, really good at following up with people. Hey, we talked the other day. It was great to talk to you. I wanted to see if you have any other questions or if you're ready to get started. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details and stuff because Matt Rosa is going to be talking about that as far as closing techniques and stuff like that. But you got to understand, if you don't follow up with the people that you talk to, they're probably never going to get started. You'll never have long-term success in this industry. A lot of the people I've enrolled in this company and then previous is because I'm really, really good at following up, and I always follow up either the same day or within 24 hours, okay? Another effective thing to do, and Matt will probably talk more about this, is the three-way Zooms. I've already done 2 three-way Zooms on top of 2 go live calls today. Why? Third-party credibility. You want to have people that have someone that's successful on the call that you can, that's an upline that you can edify, that's going to answer the questions, overcome objections, concerns, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So these are some of the techniques. Now, what I want to do on the last part before we have Chairman 750 Matt Rosa come on the call, I'm going to do a share screen real quick. And this is really, really important. By the way, I actually have a YouTube video of this right here. So one of the reasons why people struggle is because they're not good at answering the questions and concerns that people have. Now, a lot of these that I'm going to go over, the upline can do. When you have someone on like a three-way Zoom, the upline can typically answer these questions. But I want to go over a few of these because I think it's very important for you guys. By the way, if you guys want this presentation, just hit me up at Brandon Boyd Official on Instagram. I'm going to give you guys this PowerPoint today. Plus I have the video. I'll give you the PowerPoint and I'm going to give you the video. Okay. Just send me a DM and I'll get that to you guys today. So this one, I don't have the money. A lot of people say that I don't have the money. Well, we know that most of the time that's not true. They just don't see the value. Because is it that you don't have the money or that you don't see the value in coming up with the money? If I could show you a way where you could make money without recruiting anyone, would you come up with the money? See, when I got it started, the reason why I was interested in IM is because I could make money without recruiting. I'd never been part of any company. I used to have to sell products in order to make money. What I liked about our services is you don't have to recruit anyone to make money, which is a reason why people end up recruiting, is because they can actually utilize the service, make money, and then if they make money, they naturally end up telling somebody else about it. So this one right here is a big one to overcome. It's that they don't see the value. Most of the time, it's that they don't see the value. They say, I don't have the time. Is it that you don't have the time or that you don't see the value in putting in the time? Okay. If I can show you a way where you can make money without recruiting anyone, would that be of interest to you? Look, this is exactly why they need this when they say, I don't have time, so that you can have the money to replace your job and the time to spend with your family. What would you be doing if money wasn't an issue? We know that they'd be doing something different than they are right now. Right? Very, very important for you to understand that. So this is a big one right here. And I'm giving you answers that I actually use with people. Is it that you don't have the time or that you don't see the value in putting in the time? Okay. A very similar answer to the money one. Now, this one, you guys probably get a lot. You just got started. Maybe you've been in for like 2 months. They say, well, how much money are you making? This is what I used to say. Well, I just got started. I'm working with some successful people who are teaching me how to crush this. How much additional income would you like to make on top of what you make right now? That's another question that you can ask. Because the thing is that people want to know, it's just like getting in shape. Well, how long have you been working out? Well, how long is it going to take for me to get in shape? How much money are you making? Once you start making money, that's when I'm going to get started. You know, hit me up when you start making money. You need to let them know, you leverage the people that you're working with, that I recently got started. They're teaching me how to do this and it's going absolutely phenomenal. I'm loving it. Right? Or you can say, I'm on a practice account right now. I'm practicing and I'm loving learning this skill. You see what I'm saying? You can come up with an answer that's not a lie. You tell them the truth. You don't have to lie to get people started, by the way. Okay. But you just let them know I'm working with some really, really successful people who are mentoring me and coaching me on this. Okay. How much does the average person make? This is a question I used to get all the time. How much does the average person make in IM? And here's what I said. I don't know. Average people don't look for opportunities. We have yet to enroll an average person. Now, you can put an LOL, stuff like that. I mean, that's kind of funny, right? But it's like the gym. The average person, they don't show up. So therefore they don't get any results. Now, are you saying that you want to be average? I mean, when I used to do phone sales, I remember a guy came in and he actually looked at the sales floor and he said, well, how much is the average person making here in sales? And the manager actually said, are you saying that you want to be average? You know, really what people should be asking is, how much money can I make doing this? That's really the question they should be asking, okay? But that's a good answer there. Now, this one you guys get a lot. I need to do more research. Can you send me some information? Do you have a website? Do you have a video? No problem. What are some of the questions that you have? And if I can answer them, would you be ready to get started making money? Guys, these are scripts that you can voice text, you can text message, the upline can use, etc. When someone says, I need to do more research, that's not usually the case. That's usually a put off. They just don't want to make a decision. So what are the questions and concerns that you have? That's really what it comes down to. Is it real? Can I actually make money? Can I really devote the time? Do I think it's too good to be true? Okay, so this is a good one. I can learn online for free. I can go on YouTube. I can go on Google. The reality is nothing's free. Now, it's just free information, and then you get to buy the course. They're always going to sell you something. You can go online. You can get lost finding information. You can find it all in one place and learn from mentors who are crushing it. You have Go Live. You have our academy. Everything is in place, all inside of one community. So when someone says, I can learn for free online, go ahead. They'll come crawling back to us. And if they know that they can learn it online for free, why haven't they done it? You see what I'm saying? If you want to take this serious, you don't just say, I can go learn it for free. You need to learn from people that are actually doing it, having success, and have everything all in one place. You don't need to go watch 3,000 videos and go to 14 different websites to learn how to do what it is that we do. Is it a pyramid scheme? No, those are illegal. This company has legitimate products and services. 88% of the members are just customers and they trade. So you don't need to worry about going and recruiting and signing up people and all that stuff if you don't want to. I just tell people all the time, you don't have to recruit anyone to make money with our company. You realize that? And they're like, oh, okay, good. I don't want to have to go to talk to anybody. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a pyramid scheme. People can make money regardless. They do not have to enroll anybody. Now, is it a scam? No. I wondered the same thing. But as I did my research, I found that they were legit. They've got hundreds and thousands of customers. In fact, they've actually mentored and taught over 1 million students inside this company. So it's not a scam. In fact, if it was a scam, we would have been shut down years ago. We've been in business almost 11 years, guys. Okay, so people can see, is it a scam? No, because people are actually making money with what we're doing. And it doesn't come from recruiting people. It's from people using the products and the services that we have. So it is not a scam. They're getting educated, they're learning how to trade, and they're going and getting the money from where? The markets, not the company. This is what makes it not a scam. Now, I don't like talking to people. Most people don't like talking to people. And so that's the beauty of this. See, when I got started for the purpose of learning a skill. I didn't want to have to talk to anybody, right? And then I ended up deciding in January 2016, I'm going to go build this thing. You don't have to talk to anybody and you can still make money. That's what I love about it. How much income would you need to change your situation? They're like, well, shoot, if I can make 2,000 or 3,000 euros, I'm out of my job, right? And so look at it this way. What got me involved in this company in the beginning was not the recruiting, was not going chairman. It was, I would love to have a product where we can make money without recruiting anybody. And I'm going to say that again. I want a product or service where I can make money without recruiting anybody. So if you don't want to talk to anybody, you don't need to talk to anybody. Now, guess what starts to happen? Those they make money with their products, they naturally go and talk to people. That's the truth. Now, a person says, I tried this before. I tried trading. I tried this. I tried that. The question is, did you have the proper guidance and mentorship from someone who has the results that you were looking for? A lot of times we're taking advice from people who are not where we want to be. That's the truth. Right? They didn't make money. We were listening. Look, we were listening to our brother who's broke. We were listening to a coworker who's never made money. And they're like, oh, trading doesn't work. Hey, network marketing doesn't work. That's not true. It works for me. It works for thousands of other people. In fact, millions of other people around the globe make money in this industry. There are millions of people that make money in trading. There's thousands of people in our company who right now, they make money with trading. The key is, who is your guide? Who's your mentor? Are you learning from people that have the results or the people who are just trying this stuff? I have a job. I'm already making good money. I've got good benefits. That's wonderful. So you don't beat up their job, right? Guys, don't beat them up on their job. Most individuals who do this, they use it as a second income to their job, whether it's the business or trading. You don't have to tell them that they need to leave their job. Tell them that's awesome, man. Most people that do this, they just use it as a second income, a side hustle, until the point that they want to make it a full-time thing. Okay. Guys, if you want this PowerPoint as well as the video that I did on this one, just hit me up on Instagram. I'll get that to you guys today. I want to make sure that you have this. But here's the bottom line. I'm going to do a stop share here just for a second. I think that this is important because I want to keep my portion to like 20, 25 minutes. All right. And you know me, I'm a straight shooter. I don't BS or anything like that. I have made sharing IM very simple. I post every day on social media. I pique people's interest. I put stuff on my stories. I put stuff on my wall. I'm consistent every day. I make 3, 4, 5 videos a week on YouTube. Morning motivation, network marketing training, trading. I'm on 16 sessions a week on Go Live. We post charts on there. We post stuff on how amazing it is that people are making money with trading without giving them all the details. Our goal is to only pique interest. That's it. And I do it over and over and over again, month after month and year after year. And here's what starts to happen. Instead of you chasing people, people start chasing you. They're wanting to know what it is that you're doing and why you're able to travel and why you're at those different events and how you're with all these successful people. Guys, you get to the point where you are a magnet. You are attracting people that want to do business with you. You know why? Because success is attracted by the person that you become, not the material possessions, not the vanity. It is that they see that there's a change in you. You went from dead broke as a joke and negative to optimistic, energetic, and that you are making money. You're living a different lifestyle that you used to live. This is part of the process of success with prospecting, guys. You are a living, breathing billboard every day. And you got to ask yourself, would I enroll me? Would I sign up myself? I'd sign up myself 1,000 times over. My work ethic, showing up every day, right? You got to ask yourself that question. If people aren't joining my team, maybe it's a me problem. It's not a company problem, not a platform problem. It's a me problem. If I can change myself, I can also change my situation. So with that, guys, we've got an amazing individual here, and I want to make sure he gets the proper edification. So I'll turn it back to our host to have Mr. Chairman 750, Matt Rosa, one of my best friends, a partner for life. And it's great to be part of this boot camp. Look, I love you guys. I want to make it happen. I know there's people on this call right now here on Germany and other countries that you are going chairman by Mexico. It is a done deal. There are people on here who are going to become 6 to 7 figure traders inside this company. No joke. There's people who are on this call right now. They're going to become Go Live educators with us. You don't know it right now, but it's going to happen. There's people right now that you're in your bank account. It doesn't look too good, right? That you're going to have a massive bank account, a massive trading account. I believe that. And I'll turn it back to our amazing host and really, really appreciate you for having me on here.
All right. Thank you. Wow, it was really incredible. Yeah, a lot of value. I think everyone learned a lot of stuff. And yes, appreciate your time, to be honest. Thank you very much. We love you too. Thank you, Brandon. And we don't want to wait anymore because Matt is also here. So I will do a short Edify in German, Matt, if you can hear me. So, ja, nochmal kurz auf Deutsch. Jetzt auf jeden Fall ist ein bisschen cringe die ganze Zeit hin und her. Aber ihr habt es auf jeden Fall gerade, ja, erstmal von Brandon diesen Part. Wow, es war insane. Ich glaube, jeder konnte auf jeden Fall einige Dinge mitnehmen. Ja, viel Value. Ja, nutzt das Ganze. Er hat gesagt, ey, ihr könnt ihn auf Instagram schreiben, ihr könnt euch die Folien holen. Ja, nutzt das. Ja, nutzt diese Ressourcen, die ihr irgendwo zur Verfügung bekommt. Aber wir wollen nicht so viel Zeit verlieren, weil wir sind schon 35. Und zwar, wir haben als nächstes Matt Rosa. Okay? Und ich meine, Matt Rosa kennt jeder Einzelne hier, oder? Jeder Einzelne weiß, wer ein Matt Rosa ist. Und ich finde es crazy, wenn ich mir so überlege, okay, wie ist eigentlich die Geschichte von einem Matt? Ich meine, ihr müsst euch vorstellen, er selber vor roundabout 8 Jahren, ja, vor roundabout 8 Jahren hier bei IM irgendwo gestartet, was absolut insane ist. Und ihr müsst euch vorstellen, damals IM war nicht dasselbe. wie es gerade ist, okay? IM sah nicht so aus, wie es jetzt gerade ist. Es gab nicht so viele Educator, okay? Er hat das Ganze irgendwo damals von null auf irgendwo aufgebaut. Ja, ich kann euch sagen, Ränge, ja, wie ein Chairman 250, wie ein Chairman 500, 750 und so weiter, diese Ränge gab es damals nicht. Ja, diese Ränge wurden erfunden für einen Matt Rosa, okay? Chris Terry hat sich damals gedacht, boah, Kacke, ja, dieser Typ, er baut so krass auf mit Jason damals, wir müssen neue Ränge für diese Jungs irgendwo erfinden, okay? Wir müssen das irgendwo zeigen oder wir müssen ihnen das zurückgeben, was sie irgendwo dieser Firma auch gegeben hat. Und das ist insane, weil klar, ja, Matt, so dieses Geld, was er verdient und so weiter, ist insane. Er ist unter den Top 3 Networkern auf der gesamten Welt, was absolut insane ist. Aber Geld beiseite, ich meine, das, was einen Matt Rosa wirklich ausmacht, es ist irgendwo dieser Impact, den er aufgebaut hat, oder? Es ist dieser Influence, es ist sein Leadership. Weil ich kann nicht sagen, wirklicher Influence ist, wenn du es schaffst, Menschenleben zu verändern, von Menschen, die du selber noch nie gesehen hast. Ja, von Menschen, die du selber noch nie getroffen hast, von Menschen, die du selber nicht kennst. Und ich kann dir sagen, ein Matt, ich weiß nicht, wie viele Menschenleben er verändert hat, aber ich denke mal mindestens 100.000. Okay? Mindestens 100.000 Menschenleben, die er durch Calls, ja, durch Dinge, die er gesagt hat, ja, durch Dinge, die er irgendwo getan hat, verändert hat. Ja, die er durch sein Tun irgendwo hier in IM auch verändert hat. Okay? Und das ist wirklich crazy, weil ich kann nicht sagen, wir können echt dankbar sein, ja, so ein Mentorship zu haben, von solchen Leuten irgendwo lernen zu können, kostenlos, ja, auf so einen Call. Ja, von Leuten wie Matt, Menschen wären bereit, Tausende von Euros zu bezahlen, um eine halbe Stunde von ihm irgendwo zu lernen, okay? Und wir haben die Chance hier bei EM, solche Ressourcen irgendwo zu haben, ja, und auch, dass er heute hier am Start ist, ey, es ist absolut keine Selbstverständlichkeit. Wie gesagt, wir sind nicht mehr in seinem Team, okay? Wir sind quasi ein Crossline-Team von ihm, er hat absolut gar nichts davon, aber das ist das, was Matt ausmacht, oder? Es ist genau diese Dedication, ja, es ist diese Hingabe, die er irgendwo aufgebaut hat, Menschen wirklich zu helfen, Menschen wirklich irgendwo voranzubringen. Ich kann mich daran erinnern, ich weiß nicht, ich denke, die meisten waren auf jeden Fall in Budapest mit dabei und wir hatten das Teamtraining, ja, das große Teamtraining, wo Matt zum Beispiel auch da war und Matt stand im Stau, ja, Matt stand im Stau und er wäre nicht pünktlich gekommen zu diesem Teamtraining. Und was hat er gemacht? Er hat sich einfach so einen Roller gemietet, ja, ist durch die Kälte, ich glaube 20 Minuten oder so gefühlt, gefahren, ja, hätte im Taxi schön entspannt ankommen können, ein bisschen später. Nein, er ist raus in die Kälte gegangen, ja, ich meine, er kommt aus Miami, so, da ist auf jeden Fall deutlich wärmer als in Budapest. Er ist zu diesem Teamtraining mit einem Roller gefahren, nicht, weil er selber irgendwas davon hatte, sondern weil er uns Value geben wollte. Weil er uns irgendwo voranbringen wollte. Okay? Und das ist das, was crazy macht, weil, ich meine, die Parts, jeder von euch hat wahrscheinlich schon mal einen Part von einem Matt gehört. Ja, diese Parts sind so fesselnd, weil das, was er spricht, das sind keine Worte irgendwo, ja, sondern das ist wirkliche Weisheit, die der irgendwo spricht. Okay? Deswegen lasst uns das Ganze jetzt nochmal appreciaten. Ja, lasst uns vor allem nochmal konzentriert sein. Ja, lasst uns Notizen machen. Ja, weil, wie Matt immer selbst sagt, ja, your notes are your uncashed checks. Ja, das heißt, deine Notes, die du irgendwo machst, das sind, ja, das ist das Geld, was du irgendwann später mal verdienen wirst. Deswegen lasst uns jetzt ausrasten in den Chat auf jeden Fall. And Matt, brother, we really appreciate you taking the time for this organization. The team is hyped. You can see the chat; it's on fire. We really appreciate you. I already did a short edify in German, and yeah, I'm just thankful, grateful. We are grateful for you to learn from mentors like you, to have somebody like you in this company, and yeah, you for leading the way. And I will give you the course. You can unmute yourself, and let's go.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm not sure what it is that you said, but the chat went absolutely crazy, and I could tell that you meant every word. And I'm so grateful. I want to start this off by saying that you guys are absolutely crushing it. Daniel hit me up. Shout out to Daniel, phenomenal, phenomenal leader with the best of intentions and the greatest heart for people. I got to have dinner with him last time that I was out there in Germany, and that man is going places. I can promise you that. Elia hit me up about this call. And Elia is someone that I have an immense amount of love and admiration and respect for. And as soon as they asked me, I said, dude, yeah, let's do this, man. And the reason being, first and foremost, I'm always here to serve you guys. I'm so proud of you guys as an organization. And I'm so grateful for what it is that you contribute inside of this team and inside of this community, inside of this movement. But second of all, when I found out it was a boot camp, I was like, those are my types of calls, right? We have so much, the beauty about this company and the beauty about this industry is that we have so much access to phenomenal trainings. And this industry changed my mindset, right? This industry changed the way it is that I think, my emotional intelligence. And it really encouraged me to go out there and focus on personal development. But boot camp calls like this are all about the skills, right? It's all about the skills that are going to go out there and help you pay the bills. And it's calls like this that you guys can take information, actually apply it right after the call, and start seeing results, right? It's not about perfection. We got to get started in order to start seeing some type of progression, and it's progression over perfection every single time. And it's calls like this that are going to help you progress. And if you've seen me in one of the company conventions, if I've gone to your city before and you've seen me live, I'm very big on training on leadership. Leadership is something that I absolutely adore. Leadership is something that I love, but let's not get it twisted. When it comes to network marketing, when it comes to building communities, and when it comes to this industry, I know it like the back of my hand. I've done this for the past 10 years of my life, 8 years with the exact same company that we're with right now. And I know the skill sets that are going to help get you guys to the very next level. You know what I love about calls like this is that you got people from all different types of walks of life on here. You got people that just got started inside of this business, and then you got people that are, maybe a year into this business. Then you got people that have been here for the last few years and building this business. You got people in all different levels. And here's the thing, guys. There's obviously things that you're going to learn when you get to higher levels, such as leadership traits, communication traits, and things along those lines. But the vast majority of what this industry is the basics, dude. It's doing the same things that got us to where it is, that we were able to hit platinum 300 or platinum 600 or platinum 1000. I love what Brandon said, and massive shout out to Brandon, man. Brandon is somebody that is absolutely a legend inside of this industry, and I have the chance to always learn from him. Like, I was watching you guys, Adrian Frick, your smile on this call, dude, and your energy on this call has just been so contagious. And I've been watching you. You're just so fired up. And I was looking at your screen when Brandon was teaching. And I was like, dude, what I would do to have had a mentor or access to information like that on my come up when I was a platinum 600, platinum 1000, platinum 2000, at that range, man. Like, I would have went nuts for that type of mentorship. And I'm lucky because I get to experience it today at my level, and I'm always learning from Brandon. So massive, massive shout out to Brandon, man. I think he is absolutely one of the best to ever touch this industry. But I love what Brandon said earlier. Brandon said, yo, I was on 2 3-ways today. Dude, guess what? I was on 3-ways today as well. You see, it's the basics, man. It's the basics. I've had to rebuild my business multiple different times. I've had to bring in the new people multiple different times. I've had to throw the events. We just threw an event out in Arizona, first event in the United States where we had nearly 1,000 people inside of the room. We had to rebuild that thing, man. So I understand what it is that I'm teaching you, not from a perspective of things that I've done in the past, but things that I'm currently and actively doing. And that's what that's what this industry is, man. It's getting really good at the basics, and along the way, as you develop the experience, we'll be able to teach you things like communication, leadership development, things along those lines. But the basics, those are the skills, and the skills are what pay the bills, man. And today I'm going to go over a few things with you guys. Originally, I was going to go over closing, but to be honest, I'm going to be transparent with you guys. In this industry, I don't have a closing formula like step number 1, do this, and step number 2, do this, and step number 3, do this. Because guess what? Everybody's different, man. Everyone is so different. And the problems that one person may have on a 3-way are not the same problems that somebody else may have. And I think that when it comes to closing, you just got to listen twice as much as you speak. Right? You got to ask the right questions. You got to have a conversation and treat that person like a normal human being. There's no cookie cutter way to close somebody. And if you're doing that, you're just looking for the sale. You're not looking for the opportunity to be able to add value into this person's life. You see, I ask questions. That's how it is that I close, and I figure out how it is that we diagnose their pain, and then I figure out how it is that I can prescribe IM as a solution to what it is that they're struggling with and what it is that they're going through. But people are people, they're not numbers. So let's remember that. But I did put something together for you guys. And I think that this is so crucial, especially for the team that I'm speaking to right now. I think that you guys, and I'm going to be bold to say this, but I think that you guys are on the brink. You guys are so close to experiencing the explosion of a lifetime in your organization. And I'm not just saying that. I know who it is that you work with. I know who you're affiliated with. I've been to your events. I've seen you guys in action. You guys are literally this close, this close. And for those joining the business and you're new on this call, this is going to be perfect for you. For those of you guys that have been here for a year, this is going to be perfect for you. And for those of you guys that have been here for years, this is going to be perfect for you. So as always, right now is probably a good time to start taking notes. We're going to dive right into this thing. I have a lot of information in a little bit of time, so I'm going to do my best to get through this thing and make sure that it is information that you can apply effective immediately and begin seeing progression inside of your life. So with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. I want you to write this down. What got us here will not get us to where we wish to be. What got us here will not get us to where we wish to be. You see, being inside of this industry over the last 10 years, I've come to the realization of a few different things. And I've realized that the same team that got me to where it is that I'm at can't get me to a new rank. The same mindset can't get me to higher levels. The same contact inside of my phone will not get me closer to where it is that I'm trying to go. You see, the things that got us here have served its role, and they got us to exactly where they were supposed to get us. That saying, if you're not growing, you're dying, is a very, very, very real thing. We always got to be growing. You see, my business always grows because I'm always growing. I want you to remind yourself of that the next time it is that you feel stuck. And even if it's outside of this industry, if you feel that you're stuck inside of your personal businesses and your brands, inside of your home, whatever it is that you're focused on inside of your life, music, whatever it is, I need you to understand that not growing, chances are you are not growing, right? So my business is always growing because I'm always growing. What are the three things that I focus on inside of this industry, inside of the network marketing space as a leader, right? Because I have to lead by example. I can't just tell people what to do. And you see, if I'm going to tell people to enroll, my PRSV better be fire. If I'm going to tell people to throw events, I better be throwing events like I just did right now. If I'm going to tell people to tour, I better be touring. If I'm going to tell people to go to convention, I better have my ticket purchased, right? So I'm not just telling you guys something. I'm telling you what it is that I'm doing, right? And these are the three things inside of this industry that I always focus on growing. First and foremost, I focus on growing the skill set. We're going to cover that. I focus on growing my contacts. We're going to cover that. I focus on growing my mindset, and we're going to cover that. Let's talk about the skill set really quick, right? Again, I have a little bit of time, a lot of information, so I'm going to go through this. These are the skill sets that I'm always looking to get better at, and these are also the skill sets that I'm always looking to teach. Because the best way to learn something is to teach something, right? So check this out. Check this out. Number one, the first skill set is inviting. Now, I have a video on YouTube that you can watch called Matt Rosa, the Perfect Invite. I think I recorded it when I was like a chairman 50 or a chairman 100, around there. But it's the same invite that I use to this day. It's the same invite that I teach people that join my organization. And it's the same invite that I've been using since I got started in this industry 10 years ago, right? In order to invite, you can check out the video on YouTube. I go into the psychology behind the invitation. And yeah, it's pretty easy to find. Matt Rosa, Perfect Invite. But be in a hurry, clear schedule, add value, and you take that thing away. All right. So that's the first skill set, inviting. The second skill set, presenting and telling your story. Now, in the beginning, dude, you may not feel confident in present. That's cool. Run a Zoom by yourself and practice and record yourself and watch it again over and over and over and over and listen to the things that make you go, ugh, and eliminate those. And the things that make you go, I did pretty good there. Maximize that, right? But if you're not in a place where you're presenting for the team right now, you are in a place, regardless, where you're telling your story. You see, your story is your glory. The story is absolutely everything. As a matter of fact, I was told very early on in my career that your story is the person who tells their story the most wins. The person who tells their story the most wins. And I didn't understand what it was that they were saying till I started embarking this journey inside of this industry. And people I mean, they can't relate to facts. They don't know what a pip is. When I first heard of a pip, I thought it meant people in profits, right? You know, people are running cryptocurrency calls right now, op calls, not telling their story, but talking about the Bitcoin halving. And it's like most people don't even shout out to the Bitcoin halving. I think it's happening in about 4 hours, and I'm very excited about that. But that's a side story. But most people are that's information that is brand new to them, but they can relate to someone's story. And I don't do business with people that have a good business plan. There's a million ways to make money. I do business with good people. I do business with people I can relate to. And I only know if I can relate to them through relationship and learning where it is that they've come from, right? So, how do you tell your story? Well, where were you before you found I Am Mastery Academy? What were you doing? What job did you have? What was your focus? What was your attitude? What were your habits? What were your hobbies? Right? How did you find I Am Mastery Academy? Who prospected you? Every one of us have a story. Every single one of us have a story on how we got started inside of this. So where were you before? How did you find it? Where are you now? Maybe you just got started inside of this. Maybe you've been in this for a few years. Maybe you're a P2000. Maybe you're a P300. Whatever the case is, be honest about it, because the next part is more important than where it is that you're at right now. Where do you see this thing going? AKA the vision. What is your vision for this? And don't play small. If you have a big vision, say that big vision. If you don't have a big vision, don't pretend to have a big vision. Be honest about where it is that you see this thing going. The person who tells their story the most wins. I say it before every call. I say it before every op call. I tell my story throughout my trainings. People get to know me through my content. I'm always telling my story, bits and pieces of my story, right? So next skill set that we're going to be focusing on, leveling up all of 2024, is going to be following up, dude. Following up. Some of us are the best speakers in the world. Some of us are phenomenal presenters, but then we struggle with PRSV. And I know so many individuals that can bring people, and they'll bring. There's this one dude in Miami. I absolutely love him. He always has guests at the Miami events that we throw. He'll always introduce me to somebody, but then a lot of the times they're not signing up. And I sat down with them and I realized that, dude, you're missing the biggest part, the follow up, right? I need you to understand that the average individual, now the above average, this isn't the case, but the average individual, they don't get started inside of this industry until about 3 to 5 different exposures: the invites and exposure, the presentations and exposure, the text messaging is an exposure, but the follow-up is absolutely an exposure. Now the above average, maybe 1 to 3 exposures, but the average 3 to 5. And if you're not setting up a follow-up, you're leaving leads on the table, you're leaving money on the table, dude. And this isn't just about exposing somebody, it's so much deeper, right? It is so much deeper. We're not just connectors, especially after they sign up. The responsibility even increases when it comes to being able to lead somebody. So if we can't be disciplined enough to be able to follow up with somebody, we shouldn't be signing people up in the first place. You see, following up is very simple. And a lot of the times we don't do it because honestly, we just don't know how to. It's way more simple than you think, man. Because when it came to following up, I used to get like very weird about following up. Like, yo, I don't want to bother this guy. I like, how do I follow up? How do I contact them when we just got off the phone? Like, what's the deal, right? So check this out. Following up, you got them on a call, a 3-way call. They saw the products, they met the upline, they said something along the lines of, oh, I got to think about it, or yeah, maybe not right now, whatever the case is. They gave you a rebuttal of some sort, and they didn't sign up. Purposes, they didn't sign up. The first thing is, you're not going to get off that call until you bam. From a meeting, you're going to book a meeting. Fam bam. From a meeting, you're going to book a meeting, right? I don't get off of any stage without us running towards something. I don't get off of any call without us running towards something. I don't get off of any chats without us running towards something. I'm always booking a meeting from a meeting. So, right, bam bam. From a meeting, book a meeting. So now that you have that date in mind, whatever the case is, right? So the follow-up call, we did the call today. The follow-up call is Monday at 3 p.m., right? After the call, we're going to create a group chat with the third party that you leveraged, which is your mentor or your upline, the prospect that you had, which is your friend or an acquaintance, and then yourself. You're going to create that group chat. That's another method of following up. Once that's done inside of the group chat, yo, I love the fact that we all got to connect today. I'm stoked on our call. Reminder, Monday, 3 p.m. Then the morning of the call, Monday, I'm going to send over a text. Yo, just got up, man. You're on my mind. Stoked to have you on the call today. Today's Monday. It's at 3 p.m. Just sending you over that reminder. 5 minutes before the call, you're going to send the link. You see, following up isn't just saying like, hey, look, man, are you going to sign up? What's up? No, there's a process to it. There's a process to it. And those are different methods of following up. It takes 3 to 5 different exposures. You feel me? Those are several different ways in an organized manner to be able to follow up and it go flawlessly and effortlessly. Another skill set that we have, right? Helping our new member get started. I'm gonna go over that in a bit, so we're gonna skip over that one. But that's one of the skill sets that I'm always looking to get better at, and I'm always looking to teach, right? And the last skill set is promoting events. We understand the importance of events. The German team does phenomenal at promoting events. So I don't need to dive into this too much. However, I will say this. Remember this when you were promoting events. People won't remember everything. I'm not going to say never. People won't remember everything they learned at an event. They won't remember everything they learned on this call. But people will never forget how they felt at the event. You see, that's why I say it's important to take notes, because we forget most of what it is that we learn at these events. It's just so much information overload. But I never forget how I felt during certain moments of the event. And the way it is that we feel, we make decisions off of. Big decisions happen at big events. So it's safe to say event promotion is one of the most sought after and highly paid skill sets inside of this industry, right? So I said, I'm focused on 3 things, right? I'm focused on growing my skill sets, my contacts, and my mindset inside of this industry to stay on top of the game. 10 years in, guys, 10 years inside of this industry. And I'm still rocking and rolling. 10 years inside of this industry, right? And I want to tap into that contacts aspect, right? Because we are network marketers, not work marketers. So that means we are always networking, right? I'm always networking. I know that feeling of saying, oh, I've contacted everyone I know. I know that feeling of being too shy to talk to friends and family. I get that. And if you've gone through your phone before and you've contacted everyone you know, if you are too uneasy to contact your friends and family, I want to talk to you guys about a nice little average that I found out my second year in network marketing. You see, I heard an average and I wasn't sure how true it is, but living it now, it makes sense. The average person meets 5 to 7 new people a day. Think about it. 5 to 7 new people a day. Today, I can list a few. So the guy that washed my car this morning, the lady in front of the gym, like the lady that checked me in inside of the gym, one of the guys that I met inside of the gym, we bonded over sneakers today. We had some fresh sneakers on. The guy that served me my breakfast, my daughter, who's absolutely insane, but she doesn't count. That's 4. So right there, today's 4, and the day's not even over for me. Right? That's 4 individuals that I met. Now, did I reach out to them today? No, I didn't, man. And that was a missed opportunity. You see, if you're struggling finding contacts, if you're struggling finding people, and you don't want to go to the people that you already know and you love and trust and respect, which I disagree. I like doing business with the people that I love the most, right? But that's just me. But if you're somebody that's like, yo, I'm willing to go out there, the average person meets 5 to 7 brand new people every single day. Compliment them, strike a conversation. And it's not just with the intent of signing somebody up, but with the intent of putting a new number in your phone and building a new relationship with somebody. And then from there, once you've exchanged socials and you exchange phone numbers, they see proof of concept on your page, you can go into that invite process. But meeting people is not hard. And then not to mention we have social media, which is a whole nother ballgame where you can literally reach out to almost anybody in the world from the comfort of our phone and the comfort of our homes, right? So I'm always growing my skill sets. I'm always growing my contacts, because it's not about what it is that you know, but it's about who you know that'll get you into certain doors in life. I love the saying, your net worth is strictly correlated with your network. Who you know will determine how much it is that you grow. It's proven true with me, man. I didn't get to Chairman 750. No. The people I knew helped me get to Chairman 750. right? And then the last thing, right? We're growing our skill sets. We're growing our contacts. We're growing our mindset. All right, we're growing our mindset. I need you to understand that your team feels what it is that you feel more than what it is that you say. Your team and the people that you lead feel what it is that you feel more than what it is that you say. So we have to be very conscious about how it is that we show up for this business, right? You got to, the next time the link is sent, how do you feel jumping onto that call? The next time you're going to speak on a call, how do you feel? Is it something that's a burden, or is it something that is a blessing? Is it something that gives you anxiety, or is it something that gets you excited? Right? Every time you're going to speak on a stage, every time that you're going to go meet up with a prospect of one-on-one for coffee, whatever the case is, how do you feel? And if it is not in a high positive vibration, and I'm not a positivity junkie by any means, but if it's not in a vibration that makes you feel freaking good, dude, then you got to actively switch that. And I don't know what's going to help you switch that, man. I'm not a guru. Maybe for me, I could tell you what it is: listening to music, prayer, meditation, jumping up and down, moving my physical state. Those are things that help me. But you know what it is that you can do, and if you don't, start trying different things. But you got to switch that thing, because how it is that you feel, your team is going to feel what it is that you feel, not what it is that you say. Right? We have to be conscious about that, and when we're conscious about that, we're going to become conscious about how it is that other people are feeling. That's super important. So what do I encourage you to do? For anybody that has been inside of this industry for a few years, right? Or for anyone in general, really, I encourage you to scroll back to your archives on your social media when you were peak performance. Peak performance means that you were taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Where you were at your peak. How did you feel? Right? Go into the archives on Instagram. You can see your stories and you can see your posts from your previous stuff, right? And I want you to read the captions. What were you thinking? I want you to watch the stories. What were you wearing? What were you doing? What was that morning routine like? What was your energy like? How did you feel when you first got started in the industry? That curiosity that you had, that lack of fear in order to get started and do something. Go back to that and study that, and then tap into that peak performance, right? I'm always growing my mindset, not because of the fact that it is the right thing to do, not because of the fact that it's a habit. No, because of the fact that I understand that my mindset is going to dictate the temperature of my organization. And if I'm on fire, my team is on fire. And sometimes I got to remind myself by going into my archives who I really am. And I got to get back to that, even if I backslide. Right. So a little bit earlier when we were in the skill sets, I told you guys that we're going to go over how to launch your newest individual. And I'm going to throw this out here very, very quickly because I'm 3 minutes late to my next call. So real quick, in order to launch somebody, that's one of the skill sets that we got to learn and we got to master teaching, right? This happens within the first 72 hours. This is what I do personally if you sign up with me, right? You're going to learn how to access the services and the education first. You're going to learn how to access the services, back office, and education first. Second, we're going to establish your why. Your why will help you. And I need to be able to understand why it is that you do what you do so I can personally attach myself to that goal. And I need to establish a boundary with one another on the level of accountability that I'm able to bring to you, right? The next thing that I'm going to do is we're going to set goals, including P300 within the first week. That's what I go for. When you sign up with me, that's our goal. P600 within the first 30 days for building, and a live trading account within the first 30 days as well, right? So we're setting up these goals, both short term and long term. I'm going to teach them how to create a list of individuals, of the most influential people that they know, the people that they would like to benefit from learning this, the people that they care about, the people that they just have as acquaintance. I'm going to teach them how to write out that list. Then I'm going to teach them, and I'm going to role play that invite. That was one of the skills that we spoke about, right? That invite is absolutely crucial. So we're going to role play it so they don't mess up. I'm going to pretend to be their prospect. They're going to call me and they're going to invite me, right? Then once we've gone ahead and we've done that, we host their first launch call. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't do, but I do it within the first 72 hours. Within your first 3 to 4 days, you're doing your own launch call. So if I enrolled, let's say, Daniel, and Daniel locked in with me, he sees the vision, he's ready to rock and roll. I say, okay, I'm not going to have him invite to an op call and put his people on there. No, dude, we're going to launch your business personally. We're going to launch your business. And Daniel is going to go on that call. He's going to tell his story because by this point, I've taught him how to tell his story. He's going to go ahead, he's going to edify, and then from there, he's going to pass to me. And we're going to host that first launch call where they invite their own guests for a qualified leader, whether it's me, whether it's you, whether it's your upline, to present the opportunity to them, and then from there, assist with any questions. And then from there is where it is that relationship conversation closing happens. So I know that was a lot in a short bit of time, but I pray to God that it was something that was able to take you guys to the next level from a mental perspective, financial perspective, spiritual perspective, or whatever perspective it is that helps you inside of your life. I have a strong belief in this team. I'm excited to announce I'll be in Germany at the end of July. So for those individuals there, I can't wait to see you. I'm going out to Sweden too, I believe, a few different places. So I'm excited to see you guys there. And as always, man, the best really is yet to come. God bless you guys. And I'll pass this back on over to the host. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Let's go. Thank you, brother. Bro, I can say we really love
Got you.
listen to you. It's really great. It was intense training, much information, many information to learn. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time and have a good day. Thank you very much.
You too, brother.
Alright, crazy guys. Crazy guys. Das war der allererste Tag von unserem 4-tägigen Bootcamp und ich weiß nicht, wie es euch geht, aber wow, was war das für ein Start? Ja, was war das für ein erster Tag? So viele Informationen, ja, so viele neue Dinge, die wir irgendwo umsetzen können. Und wie gesagt, das wäre erst Tag 1, ja, von noch 3 weiteren. Deswegen, wir sind schon relativ spät dran. Ich will es gar nicht so lange halten. Ich will nur noch zum Abschluss natürlich klassisch, ja, die Promo machen für morgen. Wir haben morgen auf jeden Fall den nächsten Call auch wieder um 22 Uhr. Okay, und der wird mit Daniel sein, okay, der wird mit Daniel sein und er wird mit André Alves sein, okay, er wird mit André Alves und mit Daniel sein, das heißt, ja, 2 Portugiesen auf jeden Fall aus einem Call, ja, die das ganze Business, ja, mittlerweile schon, ich meine, André noch mal viel, viel länger als Daniel irgendwo aufbaut, ich glaube mittlerweile auch seit 6 Jahren bei RM, also absolut insane, ja, und es wird vor allem, ja, ich meine, der Call heißt Learn the Old School, okay, es wird so mehr über das Oldschool Network Marketing, okay? Weg von diesem, okay, wir machen einfach nur Social Media, es ist einfach nur Akquise, mehr zu, okay, hey, was kann man eigentlich noch machen, okay? Wie kann man vor allem auch Richtung Straßenakquise gehen? Für die Leute, die aus Köln kommen, ja, die bei dem Köln-Event waren, ihr habt schon irgendwo mitbekommen, ja, was Ramos irgendwo geteacht hat, okay? Das sind crazy Informationen und vor allem auch was André zu sagen hat, weil er ist eine Person, die wirklich von Anfang an damals, ja, mit sehr, sehr krassen Persönlichkeiten irgendwo dieses Business aufgebaut hat, gerade was das Thema Launch und so weiter auch angeht, okay? Das heißt, alles Dinge, die dir helfen werden, ja, wirklich nochmal eine neue Art und Weise von Prospecting, ja, eine neue Art und Weise von Building irgendwo zu lernen. Deswegen lasst uns schauen, ich meine, wir waren heute 94 Leute auf diesem Call, okay? Es ist okay, aber es geht auf jeden Fall definitiv mehr, okay? Lasst uns auf jeden Fall schauen, dass wir das ganze Ding auf jeden Fall promoten, dass wir morgen mindestens mal 120 Leute auf jeden Fall voll machen. Und ja, ansonsten, Guys, ich wünsche euch auf jeden Fall noch einen schönen Restabend. Ja, nutzt die Zeit, geht die Notizen nochmal durch. Ja, reflektiert, okay, was waren die Dinge, die ich selber irgendwo umsetzen möchte. Und ansonsten würde ich sagen, sehen wir uns auf jeden Fall morgen wieder. Und remember, it will always be worth it. Let's go.